Yali Madad everyone, and welcome to another episode of Sportshow. My name is Saif Kamran, and today I'm here with professional cricketer from Hyderabad, India, Sujeet Parbatani. Sajid, thank you for taking the time out to talk to us. How are you?
Yeah, it's my pleasure being on this show. I'm very good. Hope you all are good.
Yeah, I'm good, thank you, Sajid. Sajid, for anyone who is unfamiliar with you, why don't you start off by telling us a little bit about yourself and your career?
I am a professional cricketer from India. I've been playing cricket since 15 years. I've been into the professional cricket, and I have represented Hyderabad under 16, under 19, 23. I was part of Kolkata Knight Riders in IPL from 2010 to 2014. Then 2 years I have been to Bangladesh for professional cricket. Then 2 years to United States, and recently I have been part of Northern Warriors team in Abu Dhabi T20 League, which happened recently, last one month back. Yeah.
All right, and when was it that you first got into cricket then? So at what age did you really start playing cricket?
I started my cricket at the age of 8. When I was 8 years old, I first hold the ball, and from there on, I never looked back.
Yeah. And were you part of club teams when you were sort of 11, 12, like moving up in age? Were you joining domestic teams?
Yeah, I started playing in my school, with rubber ball, usually how we start in the valley cricket. And then from there on, I was selected for my school team. I played a couple of years there. Then I was selected for my college team. From college team, I got selected for state team, and it went on like that. I played all the age groups.
Yeah.
I started representing all my college, degree college, and everything.
Was there a certain point where you decided to go professional? So you were playing in these in your school teams. Was there a certain point that you decided, okay, now I want to go into professional cricket?
Yeah, there was one incident when I was in ninth standard. At that time, people my seniors came and told me that I'm really good in cricket. I was performing when I was playing with seniors. So at that time, I thought I can take up cricket as a profession. Then next 2 years, and I got selected for state, and then I never looked back.
Okay. And was that a tough decision? Was that a challenging or a risky decision to make?
Yeah, obviously, if you are in India, taking profession, any sport, you take a profession as any sport, it's going to be challenging because everyone wants you to study, work hard, and become doctor, engineer, and everywhere. No one will support you to become a sportsman because there are a crowd of people, and from that, there are only 15 people will be selected for the nation. So that is always tough. But initial years, it was tough. But when I started playing professional and I got selected for the teams and all, it got easier, and people started appreciating it.
So, you mentioned that professional sport and going into professional sport in a country like India is very competitive, right? A lot of people are playing cricket over there. Everyone's playing sports. So what was your family support like when you were making the decision to go professional?
Yeah, initial days it was a little tough as my brother used to excel in studies. He used to top, and I was in the bottom third or fourth. So there was a family pressure at that time. They used to say, "Steady, steady, your brother is excelling. Why not you join him in studies and work hard on studies rather than putting time in cricket?" So that initial stages it was difficult. Yeah, then after that they supported. Everyone supported, and uh, everyone supported. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm sure once they saw the achievements that you were getting, I can see all the trophies behind you. I'm sure once they saw the achievements you were getting, they were more and more supportive of the decision.
Yeah, once I got into the state team. From there on, their support was immense. They gave me the freedom to do whatever I want to do. And at starting days, I used to be on field for 8 hours, 10 hours. They never stopped me. So the result is you can see behind me.
Yeah. You know, when it comes to sort of self-confidence and where you get your self-confidence from, you've already said you were playing in India, everyone's playing cricket, right? But where do you get the self-confidence from to believe that you can get into the professional leagues and you can reach that top level, especially when there's so much competition?
Yeah, like if you talk about self-confidence, like performing in the domestic leagues, that gives you self-confidence, like playing with, performing against the good teams, that build my self-confidence. And there was always that, there was always something that I wanted to achieve. Like I knew that I want to do something big. So I had that thing. I always had that big thing in my mind that I want to perform and excel wherever I get the opportunity. So I got the opportunity to play with the international players and everyone. Then I excelled there as well. So that gave me the self-confidence as well.
Yeah, and when it comes to like your career when you were growing up and you were playing, you know, the club teams and the state teams, did you have any role models or mentors who sort of guided you and coached you through your early stages of your career?
Like I do not have anyone to mentor me, like where I have to go and all. But slowly, when I started playing state cricket and everything at the age group of under 19, there were few seniors, there were few you can say coaches who guided me what I have to do. But before that, I never had any mentor or someone. So after playing some at under 19 level state cricket, at that time I got the mentorship and everything.
So, you know, that's surprising because you look at a lot of athletes, professional athletes, and they always talk about the role models and the mentorship and the coaching that they had at a young age. Do you think not having those role models and those mentors in the early stages of your career, did that impact your career in any sort of way, do you think?
Yeah, you can say that. Like at the age of 14, if someone would have guided me, like the career would have shaped in some another way. But at the age of 19, I'm starting, and by the time I pick up, it's under 22. So I have very less time to play in that age group. So mentorship plays very important role. Yeah, I agree with that. I had few role models. I used to follow Saurav Ganguly during the starting days from 2000. From 2007, I followed Mahendra Singh Dhoni. I my starting days. I learned watching him. I used to watch him and I developed my leadership skills. You can say I watched him and developed my leadership skills. That was the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and Dhoni is a great player to build your leadership skills off of course. You know,
yeah, you can say that. You can say that. I followed him like from 2007. You can say I'm following him like 14 years. I'm following him each and every match.
Wow. You know, talking about role models and mentoring, I know that you run your own cricket academy, right? So I think it's called Sajid's Cricket Academy, right, in Hyderabad.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So why don't you tell us more about that and then and the work that is done in the academy?
We started academy in the year 2016, keeping only one thing in mind that I did not achieve playing for India. So I wanted that someone should play from my academy and he should represent India. So we always focus on talent, and if the kids had talent, we thought that if they have talent, we'll do our 100%. We'll go for them anywhere we want to go, and we'll push them as much as we can, and we are training them very hard. Yeah.
And how many kids currently attend the academy?
Now off season, like before off season, there are 60, 70 kids. Now summer is going to start from next month, so we are expecting around 140 to 150 kids.
Oh wow. And you know that what's the end goal then for these kids? You know, they're coming to the academy, they're building their skills, you know, their leadership skills, their cricketing skills. But what's the end goal for them?
Yeah, like it depends on the age group. Like in summer, we cater all the age groups till under 23. So the kid who starts early, they have more opportunities. Like under 14 state team is there, under 16, under 19, there is under 23. Then there is a Ranji Trophy. In the middle, there is under 19 Indian team. It depends on their performance and how they perform well in the domestic season.
And you know, you spoke earlier about the lack of sort of like role models and mentoring that you had. Do you think that's something that inspired you to start up the academy? Is that something that you wanted to provide for those kids?
Yeah, that is the only reason I started. Like in 2016, we thought that let's have an academy, and the things which I did not get, I wanted to provide to the younger generation so that they just stick to their talent.
And that's really actually quite like inspirational work to build that for a lot of kids. You know, you're saying 140 to 150 kids in the summer. to build that platform for them and give them that opportunity, I think is quite inspirational. But how is that work affected by, currently we're obviously in a pandemic, with the coronavirus and COVID restrictions. How has that affected the work that you're doing in the academy?
Yeah, like from last summer, we closed on I think 21st March. We closed last year and we opened recently in January. So it was closed for almost 9 months. And again, from last 3 months, we are recovering it. Now we are having around 35 kids and hoping in summer that kids will come. But due to schools are not open, schools are also locked. So parents are also a little bit afraid to send their kids and all. So most probably they'll come in summer and before next season starts in July, everything should be fine.
Yeah, and hopefully as the situation gets better, things like the academy that you're running and obviously your professional career as well, it won't be impacted by COVID restrictions as much, hopefully in the near future as well.
Yeah, inshallah.
Inshallah. Talking about COVID and how it sort of affects your career, how does it affect sort of the training schedule and the training regimen that you have currently?
Right now, everything is fine. My training is going on, fitness is going on. But during that pandemic time, it was very difficult to maintain your diet, maintain your weight, and everything. So it affected at that time.
And what is currently your training schedule? What is your training schedule like currently? So is it every day? Every day?
Every day, yeah. I take a holiday on Sunday. Yeah. Then the rest of the time, I get up morning, go to gym for 2 hours, then come back, have my lunch, take 2 hours rest, then go back to the practice. 4 to 6 practices there, and I take care of my academy as well. So yeah, that's the schedule.
So you only take 1 rest day?
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean,
and there's holiday.
For me, I probably have to take a lot more rest days, but with you, I guess it's good. And I know recently you went through a transformation, right? You went on a 3-month sort of diet and really strict training. So tell me more about that.
Yeah, actually, I told you that pandemic exercise and everything was not done up to the mark. And I knew that there is a international tournament coming up, T10 in Abu Dhabi. So I had some feeling that I'll get selected for that. So I was training for that. I told everything that I have 3 months, so I have to get back into fitness and everything. So I started working out daily. I used to work around 2.5 hours. Yeah, and strict diet and everything. Yeah, my family, my wife, everyone supported me well.
So in terms of the fitness itself, how important is that to your career, and how important is fitness in a professional career in cricket?
Fitness is for everyone. Fitness is very important. If you're living normal lifestyle, also fitness. I'll emphasize everyone to focus on fitness. If you are fit, you will live long. You live 10 years, 15 years more. And if you're talking about cricket, now you can see that Indian team have also set a benchmark of 8 minutes, 30 seconds for the criteria to finish that 2-kilometer run. If you are not fit, you are not doing that, you are not getting selected. In recently, Varun Chakravarti got selected, Chamption got selected, but they did not clear the fitness test and they were not the part of the squad anymore. So fitness test is very important role.
Is that something is that more of a recent thing in cricket? Is that ensuring fitness levels are maintained and choosing the top athletes over maybe some people who maybe have more technical ability? Is that something that's more recent, or has that always been there in your career?
No, it was always there, Indian, but in Indian cricket, it started you can say after Dhoni came, everything started fitness and youngsters and everything. Before that, there were few senior guys in the team as well who were not fit. But now they are focusing on fitness. If you are not fit and if you are performing also, they'll not select you.
And do you personally see your performance levels improving as well?
Yeah, once you are fit, you'll see on your performances that they'll get better. You'll have more stamina, you'll have more energy. You want to perform better. You want to work more harder. Yeah.
So Sajid, I know you took a 1-year gap in between the middle of your career, I think it was, right? You wanted to focus on some other things. Tell us more about what that 1 year gap was for, and then how it's impacted your career.
I think it was in 2015 when I came back from USA. Like it was like typical thing like in Indian family. You see that they want monthly income. Like if you are not giving monthly income at home, they pressure you to go for monthly income. So when I came back from USA, they told me that now you have played enough cricket, go for monthly income. We want monthly income, and then I joined my business family business. Then for 1.5 year I think till I started academy. I joined in 2014 December. Then the 14 and 2015 I was whole with my family business. Then one day I told that I'm not here, I don't belong here. Whatever I'm doing, that's not good for me as well. I'm not satisfied. So they again gave me permission, like okay, do whatever you want to do. Then the idea of academy and everything came up.
Yeah, you know, that's, you know, you look at a lot of like top athletes, and people who are playing professional sport, and usually if you take a gap like that, or if you maybe stop focusing on the sport as much, then a lot of the time you'll find out that you just get, you know, left behind, that you're not able to reach that level again. But with you, you're now playing professional cricket like full time again. You're focusing on it 100%. You're putting in really good performances. So how did you manage to get back into the training routine and get back to putting those performances that you wanted to put up?
Yeah, you can say this is my second inning, like after transformation. Before that, it was like a separate inning. Now, like in when I was heavy, I used to perform. Everyone used to say that you have still cricket left in you. Why you're not playing professionally? Why you're not training and all? So one day I thought like let's give a chance and again let's make a comeback. And like I trained for 3-4 months. I got selected for T10 league as well. I performed well there, and like yeah, so come back you can say.
I know you've played in multiple different countries. Uh, you've played in Abu Dhabi, USA, India, obviously. What is it like playing in those overseas countries, and how does it compare to playing in India?
Like there, you can say there is a difference between domestic and playing international. When you go at international level, there is a more accuracy. You'll find more international players who practice in different style. You can learn that style from them. You can see them how they are training. That experience I got from like when I went to Bangladesh for the first time. So that was my first tour as an international tournament. So from there I kept learning. After that I got for IPL for 4 years. I learned a lot there. Then that experience I used in USA and T10 league as well. Yeah, so that's the difference. When you are playing domestic, you will get only 2 or 3 competitor players in the opponent team. But when you're playing at international level, they're all are competitive. All 11 players are very tough to play.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
you've practiced and you've played with some like really top players. I know when you were practicing with KKR, you were practicing with like people like Yusuf Pathan, I believe, and some really top players over there as well in the KKR team at the time. So what is that like? What is it like playing with elite players? Does that make you raise your game? Do you improve by playing?
Like it's like a pair of thing. Like when you go there and you play with them, you feel proud. Like you think like you belong there. You're working for this thing. You'll know that you're working for this thing. You wanted to perform here. You wanted to stay here. You belong there. Yeah, you feel that when you play there.
And you know, in your career, you've played multiple different formats as well, right? So you've obviously played, you know, the 20 over format, the 50 over format. I believe you've played a bit of Test cricket as well. And recently, now you're playing, well, in Abu Dhabi, you were playing a 10 over format as well.
Yeah.
So, which one do you prefer playing in? Like, what is your preferred format?
I prefer the shorter format. It's like very good. The intensity is high always. So shorter format is good for my game. Like I am an aggressive player in batting as well, in bowling as well. So I like the shorter format.
Yeah. Do you think maybe, you know, when I used to watch cricket, I don't watch it as much anymore, but when I did, it was more like 50 over and Test cricket, and of course there was 20 over formats as well. But now it seems to be there's more of an emphasis on short over formats. They're really trying to push a fast pace in the game. Do you think that's a good thing for the sport? You know, these 10 over
Yeah.
format and these quick games. Do you think that's a good thing?
Yeah, good thing for the public so that they don't have to waste their full day. Yeah, they can come for 3 hours, or if there's a 10-hour game, then it gets completed in 90 minutes. So it's for the viewers. Like viewers will enjoy the game. Public will come and they'll go. That's entertainment. Yeah.
Um, and you said you do both batting and bowling. Which side of the game do you prefer?
Like if it's a shorter format, then I'm very good bowler. And if it's like 50 over or 20 over game, then I'll be a handy batsman as well.
Yeah, and I guess when you're an all-rounder like you can do both. So you can fit to any situation that is given to you. You know, talking about your career, you've already achieved so much. You've already played in multiple different countries and stuff, and you've got a lot of trophies as well. But what are your goals for the rest of your career now? You know, you're in the second innings that you talk about, but what is left now? What do you want to achieve from now?
Yeah, like I think like more 6-7 years I can play from here on. And there are a few leagues coming up. I'm focusing on that and training for that. There is a T20 tournament, few T20 tournaments. There is a CPL coming up. There is a global T20 league in Canada. There is a Lanka Premier League. So I'm focusing on those leagues now. So inshallah, soon I'll be there.
Yeah, and I'm sure you're going to achieve whatever you set out to achieve, as you already have done.
Inshallah.
Just to finish off with a final few questions. I've got a list of fun questions to ask you. So maybe, you know, anyone listening, they can get to know you a little better. So if you're ready, so who is your favorite cricket player of all time?
MS Dhoni.
Dhoni.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know he's a legend in India as well. So, you know, if you could play in one cricket match of the past, so any cricket match of the past, what game would you choose to play in?
Which I played?
No. So any cricket match, whether it was a World Cup final, whether it was this.
It could be India-Pakistan match.
Yeah, an India-Pakistan game.
Yeah, India-Pakistan game anytime.
Yeah, no, I'm sure that would be that's already a very competitive game, and it would be quite fun to watch as well. What would you rather prefer? Would you rather prefer scoring a century or getting a hat trick?
Scoring a century.
Yeah. So
yeah, hat trick is difficult, I think.
Yeah, it's a
hat trick is difficult, I think.
A hat trick is difficult.
Yeah, you need to take 3 wickets in 3 balls. For century, you can take 2-3 extra balls.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, for my career, I've never come close to getting a century, so that's also very difficult for me. If you could have one wish, you know, for the future, you've already achieved so much, but if you could have one wish for the future, either personal or professional, what would that wish be?
If you say professional, I want to play more like 6-7 years. That's my wish, and play at higher level. And personal wish will be like happiness in the family, lots of happiness, and to tour. Like I want to visit few places with my wife. That's my another wish. Yeah.
Inshallah. You know, actually, I think I might have run out of my list. Okay, here we go. Here's a fun little final one. What is your favorite Bollywood movie?
Favorite Bollywood movie? You can say any Shah Rukh Khan or Salman Khan movie. I enjoy watching movies. There's no favorite movie, but I enjoy watching movies. I watch all the movies.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. And I know you've met Shah Rukh Khan as well, right? Is that true?
Yeah, he was our owner, like IPL. Yeah.
Hey, that's an achievement in itself. Just before we go, Sajid, you know, honestly, it's been a pleasure talking to you, hearing about the academy and the work that you've been doing over there, also the resilience and the confidence that you've had to build your own professional career in cricket. It really is inspirational. You know, so we really do appreciate it. And I know you're quite busy as well. So the fact that you've taken the time out to talk to us, we really do appreciate it. Just before we go, if you'd like to sort of give out your social media or any place that people can follow you and your journey, where would people look?
They can follow me on like my Facebook and Instagram. It's like Sujeet.Parbatani 11.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much, Sajid, and all the best.
Yeah, thank you, my pleasure.
Thank you. Bye.